how you delved into it, because to a lot of people you became Mandela. It wasn't your take on Mandela.
No. I had done A Living Person once before, a movie called Lean on Me. I played a teacher, a school principal named Joe Clark. And we shot at the school that he was the principal of, and he was there every day. Very incredible man. And I would follow him around and literally hold his hand. That's the energy quotient. So when Madiba announced, do you know the story of this? You don't know the story of this. Here's the story of this. He published Long Walk to Freedom, and at a press conference, a reporter said, if your book becomes a movie, who would you want to play you? And he said, so from then, and the producer who had the rights to it, his name was Anat Singh. Anat arranged a meeting with me and Madiba in Joburg. And I met him, I told him how honored I was with the endorsement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if I'm going to play you, I have to have access. He said, fine. So I mean, real access. I have to be able to hold your hand. And he said, we can do that. So we did. Over years, I would meet him in different places. We met in Monaco, we met in Washington, we met in New York, we even met in Memphis, Tennessee. And each time I was called to his side, I sat with him and walked with him, talked with him, but always watching and listening. So was everything all right? And that went on for years. So by the time we got around to doing Invictus, I thought I had just about everything nailed except the sound. Because I don't do accents. I'm not one of those actors who's facile with accents. But I managed to get him out. In the movies, you get a script and you read it right away. They've given you all of the background. They tell you what the character looks like. Some writers even want to tell you what this character sounds like. And they have all these little directions in this script about maybe idiosyncrasies. So it's all on the page for you. You don't have to, if you're going to play a doctor, for God's sake, you don't have to go and spend a week in the hospital. We did the Shawshank Redemption. The guys went and spent a week in jail. So no, preparation, and the other part of that whole story is that I'm not what they call a method actor. I just read the script and then stumble through it. A teacher once said, what was his name? Herbert Berghoff. He said, I fall in the category of intuitive actor. I just intuit and do it. There's no way to ever tell what's going to be successful because you have to wait till an audience says it's successful. You know, you just go and do your best and enjoy yourself. When I read the script for Shawshank Redemption, nobody said what role to play. And I called my agent and said, what role? I'll do anything in here. Any role they want me to do, I'll do. He said, they want you to play Red. I was like, what? Box office success is actually, it stands alone because the box office success when the Shawshank Redemption came out was Dumb and Dumber. No, but that's, you know, just the juxtaposition of box office and what's that other term? Critical. Shawshank got really good reviews, but because nobody could say Shawshank Redemption, it didn't get word of mouth. And I don't care how much you promote a film, if you don't have word of mouth, you ain't promoting it. People have to be able, now you go and say, listen, I saw this really terrific film. It was called Shimshon. Got on the elevator in LA one day and the lady said, oh, I just saw you in the Hudsucker Reduction. Hopefully I'm going to do something new, but I'm almost guaranteed to be somebody with gravitas. My first on-screen kiss was in the picture called Street Smart. I played a pimp and I kissed a woman. I defy anyone to say, okay, I'm going to play the role of God and then change themselves into something other than themselves. Sidney was a black actor at a time when there was only one doing what he was doing. And so in the general atmosphere of life, you say, well, I want to be a movie actor. And people just sort of say, well, good luck with that. So, but then there is Sidney and saying, no, you can do it. It can be done. Here I am. So, all right, here I come. I don't think there is an issue of race in Hollywood. Somewhere back there in the 70s, the decision was made by almost all and sundry that we have to start open casting. Now, if you look on television, you pretty much see the range of cultural, that's not the right word because we all belong to the same culture. Anyway, but you see everybody. And I think that Hollywood learned in the 70s, here's reality. Isaac Davis directed a movie called Cotton Comes to Harlem. It made hundreds of millions of dollars. And of course, Hollywood is colorblind. It only sees green. If it makes money, it's a good thing. Therefore, the walls came tumbling down. That started that whole blaxploitation period. So they don't get on a social high horse and go, running through the bushes. I like him. I like his sensibilities. I like the way he runs the set. I like the fact that he's really quick. If he does 3 takes, he's a little angry about it. He doesn't tell actors what to do. He doesn't even direct actors, he directs the movie. You come on set, he tells you where the camera's going to be, we'll rehearse it, and that's it. We go and we shoot it, and that's it. He never says action, and he never says cut. When you just get everything ready to go, he said any time. So you start whenever you want to. And when he thinks he's got enough on film, he says that ought to do it, or something like that.